It's hard to pick a favorite scene.
I think one of my favorites, and I think especially since it's not a spoiler, would be the chariot races. I think just being able to have like a set that's been built so massive, but to be able to have is a lot of practical elements in the action between like the horses and then also the rigs that they built for us when we were on the chariots on the mechanical side of things. Was just such an incredible experience, and to be able to have an action sequence that spanned like weeks of filming for me was kind of crazy. It was very much a first. Loved every moment of that for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's hard. You can't really pick like a least favorite. You know what I mean? There's only days that are like harder than others. So I think some of the days that were hardest were like the ones in the ironclad.
Mm.
Uh, because it was pouring rain and there were fans blowing it in our faces and they had these massive water jets and they were shooting it at us and it wasn't one of those things that like you can just get done like we had to do it like shoot an entire week and then they had to take the entire ironclad apart, tilt it 8 degrees, and then we had to shoot the whole second half of it, so it was like kind of a long time to shoot in weather conditions like that, I guess, you
Yeah.
know.
I think like Daniel said, there's I mean or Walker and Daniel. There's not you can't really pick a favorite, but also at the same time I love the chariots. Um, More for me, it's not like what favorite scene, but more like what was the favorite set. I feel like, because there's so many different scenes filmed in like the same sets. Obviously, I when you watch it, you always think that Camp Half Blood will be your favorite to film just because of all the graphics. But if you're talking about actually when you're filming right then and there and there is no editing, it has to be the chariots because again, like just to connect, like it's the most practical and it's the little kind of like game connection, when you're playing a game and if you go too far out of bounds and stuff, you just get stuck. That's how it felt with like the volume stage back then, but now with the chariots and stuff, I can go as far as I want to and just get to explore everything. And I feel like that was the best because on and off of filming, I was able to just connect with it and get more into the character.